Welcome back to an exciting video. What we're doing today is we're going to learn the classically inspired, amazing intro to Diary of a Madman by Randy Rhoads. So here we are again, and this time we're going to step off the ledge a little bit and we're going to kind of change gears on the things that we do, and we're going to do a little Randy Rhoadsing right now. So here I am down here in the South, hotter than hell, got on my shorts as you can tell, crazy hot, and I was actually going to go motorcycle riding today, but I had to pass on that. So getting started because it's been a long weekend. It was my birthday yesterday, and we've been going pretty hard all weekend, so it's time to jump back in and get some things knocked down. And I wanted to do this by Randy Rhoads. Like I said, this is the intro to Diary of a Madman. It is an absolutely brilliant piece, and the reason I wanted to do this is because if you're a beginner or an intermediate guitar player, these are chord shapes and chord changes you've probably never made before, and some of them are actually pretty hard. And besides that, it's my Great Dane. Besides that, it's just an absolutely beautiful intro. It's an amazing intro. So on that note, we're going to fire this thing up. We're going to jump in and we are going to get started. So this is what we're going to be playing today. So that's what we're going to be playing today. And like I said, it is just a beautiful, beautiful, very haunting sounding piece. And a really good workout for the left hand. Because like I said, it's got some chord changes and things you may not have ever done with these weird diminished, half diminished shapes that are in this song. But there's actually only one in this song. And so on that note, let's get started. Let's fire this thing up. Now the picking pattern for most of this song is pretty straightforward. It is arpeggiated. And for the most part, we're going to start on A, go down to E, and come back up to D like this. That's what we're going to do most of the song. And there's only a couple times that it changes, and we'll get to that right here in a second. So on that note, let's fire this dude up. Now, one thing you want to make sure you're doing here is, because this is, for all intent and purposes, this is classical. And so you're going to want to put your thumb on the back of the neck. If you see me looking up, I'm looking at my monitor to make sure you guys can see what I see. Simply because if you hold a guitar like this, you're never going to be able to make these chord changes. It's impossible. You just simply can't do it. And that's why classical people play like this. And you know, I did that video on the greatest thing you can do to improve your guitar playing is wear your guitar high, as you would in a classical, because normally they have it up on a thing and the guitar sitting right here where you have easy access to everything. So you have to get the thumb in the back so your fingers can come around so you can see the gap under the neck, and that way I can let everything ring and I don't have to worry about hitting dead notes that way. So you want to try to get your fingers at a 90 on this as much as you can. And this is a good thing to do when you're practicing. You should always practice like this because it's just another tool in the toolbox is all it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to start here. Finger 1, 2, 3, 4, P-I-M-A. But we're going to call these 1, 2, 3, 4. But I always tell you they're P-I-M-A because at one point you will probably run into that as your guitar knowledge expands and you work your way into guitar goddamn. God dumb. Excuse me. So here we go. So finger number 1, we're going to be on the 4th fret, 2nd string right here. Finger number 3 is going to be on the 3rd string, 6th fret. Finger number 4 is the 7th fret, 4th string. And so we're going to arpeggiate this down from A back up to D, like I said. and it sounds like this. And you need to make sure you let those notes ring. All right, the first change is actually very simple. All we're going to do is we're going to put finger number 2 on the 5th fret 4th string and pick up finger number 4. Just pick that one up. Repeat the arpeggiated pattern. And then right here is our first hard change. From here, we're coming into this shape here. And what you want to do here, again, you might be able to do it this way, but it'd be kind of hard. So you really want to back down a little bit. And like I said, because you're going to need to come straight on top. And the way we've got this set up is finger 1 is 4th fret 4th string. Finger 2 is 2nd string 4th fret. Finger number 3 is 5th fret 3rd string, and finger number 4 is 1st string 5th fret. And I don't know, you should be able to see what's going on here, but your fingers are kind of bunched in because you got the 1st and 2nd finger is in 1 fret, and then 3 and 4 is inside of 1 fret. And then you repeat the arpeggiated pattern again. Beautiful, very beautiful. And then for this one's not too hard either. All we're going to do, everything stays on the same string. Fingers 1 and 2 is going to slide down to the 3rd fret, and finger 3 is going to go to the 4th fret. Finger 5 stays in the 5th fret, and that's what I was saying. If you're not used to holding a guitar this way, with your thumb like this, you're never going to hit these chord changes. It's literally going to be impossible to hit this chord change. I mean, you just can't do it. It's impossible. So that's why I wanted to run through this song, because this is a fantastic exercise for your left hand to get it used to playing like this. So after we play this, we're going to do that half-step slide and repeat the arpeggiated pattern again. This chord change here is not too complicated either. Fingers 1 and 2 stay on the same string. They're going to slide down to the 2nd fret. Reach up with your pinky, 4th fret, 3rd string. So you've only got 3 fingers down. Repeat the arpeggiated pattern. Then right here, we're going to do a little flip here with our fingers. Finger 2 is going to go up to the position of finger 1. It's going to be 4th string, 2nd fret. Finger number 1 is going to go 1st fret, 2nd string. And then repeat the arpeggiated pattern. This one's a little bit of a stretch. Another reason why you need to hold everything this way. And sorry, I'm getting messages from people. So another reason why you got to hold it this way, and then repeat the arpeggiated pattern. For the next step, all you got to do is reach up with finger number 3 and grab the G on the 6th string. We're going to play the same pattern, but this time we're going to start on E and we're going to skip over 5. So we're going to start on E, go down and end back on D again, like this. Then here comes another, this one's a bit of a stretch here also. Reach up with your first finger, grab F on string number 6, 1st fret. Second finger is going to be string number 3, 2nd fret. Third finger is going to be string number 2, 3rd fret. This is a D shape with an F bass note. And then this time the picking pattern is going to change, and it sounds like this. So we're going to go 6, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. And you can see the angle I've got on my hand to make sure everything's on top, so all these notes ring out very clear. And then this brings us to our last chord. And this one's pretty cool. This is a variation of an E major, and it's a beautiful sounding chord. So this would be something good if you're used to doing, your E majors. This would be a good variation for you to do on your music. And here again, the picking pattern changes again. This entire pattern is going to go down 2, up 1, down 2, up 1, down 2, up 1. It sounds like this. When we get down to the E, we're just going to come right back up and strike the B string. or the string number 2. Again, one more time. And the very last thing we do is fingers 1 and 2 is finger number 1, 3rd fret, 2nd string, finger number 2, 3rd string, 4th fret, and just play. That's the very last thing, and it sounds like this. And then, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and just hit this last part right here. I wasn't gonna do this, but just in case you wanna know how he plays this. This is the last of the clean part, and this is where it kicks into the distortion on the song. And so let's just hit this real quick. What you gotta do is in the 2nd fret, you gotta bar off string 3 and 4. And then it's gonna move, all the melody's gonna move right here on string number 3 between fret 5, 4, and 2. And then you're going to have an open A and an open E, but you're cycling back and forth on these two, on string 3 and 4, for almost the entire thing, except for the occasional, and then the occasional. But you're going to keep cycling between these two strings right here. And it sounds like this. I'm going to play this slow so you can kind of hear what's happening. Right here's where the distortion kicks in, and it's just the same thing again, it's just heavily distorted. Then it finishes this off with an E power chord, F, G, C, B. And then it goes back into the body of the song. That's for a different video. I just want to get this part knocked out quick. Like I said, this is a great thing to learn because it's got some pretty difficult chord shapes in here and stretches that you're going to have to do in order to play this. And this is going to be fantastic for your left hand chording technique. So if you're watching this video, I highly recommend you learn the song. If you're not familiar with it, just listen to Diary of a Madman. It is the intro section to Diary of a Madman. And I got a video coming up on the top 10 best intros. And this is in my top 10 best intros. And this video is going to be a little different. Sweet Child of Mine, where they're doing the, even though that is an intro, I don't call that an intro because that's part of the song. An intro to me is a variation of everything else in the song, like that on Diary of a Madman. That does not repeat in the song later on. So it's been pretty tough trying to find songs like that, but I'm going to do a top 10 on true intros, introductions. But learn that song. I promise it will help you with your left hand and your chords, and it will definitely help you getting used to holding a guitar like this if you don't. Because I know a lot of acoustic players that play like this. Actually, most people I know play like this. And there's nothing wrong with that if you're just going to play acoustic all the time. But if you're going to step out and step up your game, that actually doesn't work. That only gets you so far. So on that note, we're going to wrap this dude up right there. This is Ozzy Osbourne, Diary of a Madman, from my mostest favorite guitar player of all time, Mr. Randy Rhoads. And I just wanted to kind of hit a couple of things, being that it is the 40th anniversary of his passing. And just think, if he were alive today, just think where that guy would be. I mean, it would just be amazing what he would be, the body of work he would have done would have been it'd been outstanding. He only had 2 albums. And this is for another video because I'm going to do a video on this personally. But for such a small body of work, for him to inspire so many people is utterly amazing to me. And in my opinion, back in the heyday, because the whole thing back then was Randy Rhoads, Eddie Van Halen, Randy Rhoads, Eddie Van Halen. And I love Eddie Van Halen. Love Eddie Van Halen. I do think Randy Rhoads was a better guitar player than Eddie Van Halen. So you can send me all the hate mail you want. That's what I believe, and damn it, sticking to my story. Because playing the two, I just get a lot more enjoyment out of Randy Rhoads, and just the musicality of what he did was absolutely brilliant. Video for another day. So on that note, like the great Sammy Hagar says, if you miss the beat, you lose the rhythm and nothing falls into place, and that is something to live your life by. Check out the song, learn the chords, learn the picking pattern, practice the song. I promise it will help you down the road as you grow to be a guitar player. And until the next video, rock on.